Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
This right here was
It's
first
gonna
I
be
thought it was a good idea, and then I don't know.
well. We talking about the rally and stuff and everything that Kamala's be doing tonight at 7 o'clock. So I don't know, man. I like I said, I got some sensitivity and everything about this whole thing because it brings back some bad memories and stuff, man. Of seeing these people ride in the state cap, the capital of this country and everything, and they're just ah. Hopefully, she will get forth a message that she's trying to get across, and that people will accept that message and stuff and everything, and it being the symbol that she wanted it to turn out to be, a symbol of her uh, stopping him from doing that crap again. Or how was she plan on doing it? I don't know. It's a touchy thing. So we shall see. It's going to be on. They're going to start about 7 o'clock. So I usually don't watch the original thing. I watch the thing on YouTube where they show what's going on, and I can go. If somebody in there talking, I don't want to hear what they got to say. I can just fast forward to her stuff, and that's it. So that's what I've been doing down at rallies, because most of that stuff that she's been doing, it seems like it's a repeat of the same old stuff. And after a while, you just kind of get lethargic. It just same stuff. You don't change, and that's why I was so happy about what Michelle did. It was refreshing to hear what she had to say. I mean, totally refreshing, especially when you go back to the same state. And a lot of those people who are in those stands and stuff have seen her before, and I don't. They're just coming again, I guess, to reinforce their support for her. I don't know, but
Michelle is Mrs. Michelle Obama is an FBA, what they call a Foundational Black American. And her mother, and I suspect her grandmother and great-grandmother, they experienced a lot. So she's seen a lot in this country and lived a lot. She was very fortunate. What she did was that she got into a great school and went to one of the prestigious law schools in the nation. So her experience, even though they weren't, I wouldn't say they were like doing okay in their family, just like a lot of black people, the father's working and that kind of thing. And for her to come up the way she did, and it's a lot of black folks that have done that in Chicago, have come up out of Chicago and have done great things. I find it just amazing how, and you and I, we haven't did too bad. We okay. But what I'm saying is that there are people that have leaps and bounds of leadership and come out and became really leaders. And right now, the country is hurting for leaders right now. This is just my opinion. We are hurting for leaders. I ain't talking about one leader, I'm talking about leaders, period. There are a lot of people talking heads, you know. Now we're elderly, elderly men, and we're talking, and whatever we've we did already. We already done contribute to what we're going to contribute for the most part. But we need, and one thing that I like about the Vice President, Kamala Harris, is she's encouraging these young people. Now, whether she's doing it because she wants their vote, but I don't believe it's just for their vote. I think that she's encouraging them as far as getting engaged and getting involved and looking for more leadership. President Biden, when he did that climate change initiative, a lot of the young people, that was one of their big things. And they set aside billions of dollars regarding that. And a lot of those young people are in that. A lot of these people are majoring in environmental studies, they're environmental engineering, environmental law, all of those things, they're going into those types of fields. So that's one of the things that these young people are really serious about, because they see the condition of what's going on. And but besides that, and then also you get the leadership as far as these kids that want to live a peaceful life going to school without this gun violence. So it's some issues here in this country that's being addressed, but it seems like the other party of these people, they don't see it. You know, when you talk about environment, then you talk about, and I'm gonna say it, DEI, that means that's being inclusive with every nationality and every ethnic group so that this country can be better. So this is the thing that where we are now. Either we're gonna do that or we're gonna just do what she says, not necessarily go back, but keep things as they are, keep doing the oil thing, keep buying guns, keep on, don't be concerned about the environment. And then, hey, and then people gonna make money. No taxes, don't invest in roads, and don't, because if he gets in there, that project gonna be gone. So I don't know. This right here is serious business. A lot of these people think this is a joke. They think just because they're talking about overseas and what's going on over there, but that's their stuff that they're trying to fight. One is a religious war, and the other one is a takeover territory war. And that's something that we can't close our eyes to. But I know when he gets in there, he's gonna close his eyes to all of it. He's gonna give BB carte blanche. He's gonna give Putin carte blanche. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just think that the American people have been so brainwashed, a lot of people, and been given such misinformation, and they ain't gonna feel it till they feel it. So when it affects them, then that's when they go say, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know." I didn't know it was like that. Oh, wow. It'd be too late then. It's too late.
Well, the reason why I was saying that Michelle's speech was very refreshing is because she touched upon different subject and she expounded upon
Grandkids.
Yeah, their own grandkids, their own cousins, the people who were close by them. They put their lives in jeopardy.
Big time.
They don't believe that. I don't believe that they realized that when they passed that judgment down, what they were doing. And that's something and stuff as a justice, whether you sitting on the local superior court bench or you sitting on the state Supreme Court or the federal judiciary and stuff and everything, those decisions that you put down have long-term effects and stuff upon people and everybody and stuff out there. And when those decisions you make are critical, and you just can't just pass them down because somebody paying you to do it, or they put you on the bench to do this particular thing for them, and that's all it's going to be. It's not, because they've taken this crap too daggone far. When people are dying because of that decision that you made. But that's the point that I was trying to make, because she brought it down to that finite level, letting people and stuff know that this has something to do with women's health, your wife's health, your daughter's health, even the men and stuff who want a child and stuff and everything. That suppose this young lady, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people and stuff who were just like this Miss Thurman here in Georgia. Their girlfriends or wives and everything wasn't probably were taken up to that same point of almost death before the doctors responded to it. But because the state of Georgia and stuff threatened the doctors' livelihood for doing this and everything, they've taken this crap too far. And she really dealt with it and everything in that way. And the reason why I was saying that sometimes I don't hardly listen to her speech, because it's the same old thing over and over again. Because I always, whenever I gave a speech or talk to an audience and stuff, whether in church or talking to my employees or a group of people and stuff, I always targeted my speech and everything or what I have to say to that particular group, or the particular situation that we was in, and I delved into it in a manner and stuff. By the time we finished our hour, 2 hour get together and everything, that people were comfortable and stuff with me and with them, and that they understood what had to happen and stuff out there in the plant where they worked at, what I wanted to happen, and their job that they had to do, and how each one of those supervisors and stuff were different in everything, that they're going to approach this thing in a different manner than what I would and stuff. And I allowed them the autonomy to do that. All of us are not the same. And I would think that if you go into Kalamazoo, Michigan, and that you're going to give a speech there in Kalamazoo, Michigan, that you would talk to some of the mayor or the city council and get some viewpoints and stuff and everything as to what intricate details and stuff, what important issues and stuff and everything concerning that city and stuff and everything, that you can talk about and stuff while you sitting at the rally, because those people there are from Kalamazoo, and if you talk to them about some issues and stuff that's happening on 3rd Street and everything, that somebody got killed there on 3rd Street, and you knew that person's name and everything, and what the police and stuff did and everything, these people are going to feel a kinship and everything and stuff towards you. Or if you're in Detroit and stuff and everything, and you to talk about what goes on and stuff there in the city council, that they got a bill going on that they're trying to get passed and everything to build a high rise and stuff for homeless people and stuff to be in. And you talk about that, and that the federal government and stuff is sitting there. We have funds and stuff and everything to help you to help to build this particular building and stuff there. Those things and stuff gives you a kinship and everything toward that audience that what you're talking to, because those things are personal to them, along with her ideas and stuff about businesses or whatever. And I like the fact that she's going to these local businesses and stuff and everything in these towns. She went to Philadelphia, I guess, Saturday or Sunday, and went to this local business and stuff and sat down and talked with those people and stuff there at their shops and everything, and say, hey, I got stuff coming down the pipe that's going to help you and everything. We got $50,000 and stuff that we're going to provide to you for you and your business and stuff, so make sure that you don't fail. And those things and stuff and everything look good, especially if you got the local newspaper sitting around there taking pictures and stuff, or you there with their business owner and everything. Those things make you feel a kinship and everything toward the folks there in that town. And those things are good and everything and stuff. For it just gives you it gives the people that personal interaction and stuff with you. So I'm glad to see her doing that. Now, speeches and everything, like I said, they're general, whatever. You heard that before. So anyway, that was my point. Now, I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick, man. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm like you were yesterday. You were upset. I'm upset, man. I'm upset with my boy. I'm upset with Bezo, man. I'm upset with him. He's I don't want to say what I want to say about him and everything, because he rose up. He didn't have a silver spoon in his mouth when he rose up to become one of the richest men in the world. That silver spoon didn't come. That silver spoon came from him down there in that daggone bookstore with him and his wife, dealing with the freedom of speech, dealing with the freedom of press. And for him to sit up there in his infinite wisdom after he done became rich, super rich, off a system and stuff and everything that was supposed to be free or whatever, and him to do what the heck he's doing now, that is hypocrisy and everything to the highest level. And I have no compassion and stuff for him at all for what the heck he done, because he should have just shut his damn mouth and left it alone. He's never been over there and had anything to do with the Washington Post at all. He just bought them for an afterthought. That was an afterthought. Just like the women and stuff, they got that last part of that placenta that they can't get out. That was an afterthought for him. He should have left it alone. And if somebody had asked him about it, his buddies had asked him about it, he said, hey, I got people down there. Let these people run that newspaper. They know what the heck they're doing. You don't interject because you're the owner and tell them that they can't do something. So he turns around and loses 200,000 online subscribers. They subscribe themselves from your newspaper that you own, that you already losing money at, millions of dollars you're losing at that newspaper. And now you're losing a heck of a lot more. And some of these people's livelihoods that were sitting up there on the bottom down there, driving the trucks and everything to take the papers out, or they sitting down there putting type together and everything and making sure the stories is right and checking everything out. They're going to lose their job because you don't have the balls to say we have a First Amendment right, and the freedom of press is the first thing that any dictator and stuff takes away from the area, from the countries and stuff that they have. They take away their freedom to be able to think. And that's what sets us apart from Russia and all these other daggone countries and stuff over there who have dictators and stuff and that thing. They take over the press. We have a freedom of press, and you know that that First Amendment right has been protected down the ages. I'm just upset.
Make them look like a coward, don't it? Make them look like a coward.
Yeah, this is horrible. And you know, and the only time you're gonna respond is when they lost 200,000 people subscribers. Oh, he got to respond now. Well, I did this for a reason, and this is okay with it. And he really didn't even justify it. He just came up with some daggone verbiage and stuff and everything that he thought sounded right. And we know damn well why he did it, because he's scared of Trump.
That's where we at now, bro.
That's where we at. That man scared of Trump because he know that if Trump get in the office and stuff and everything, he gonna lose his contract and stuff with the federal government. Hey, you got enough damn money? You ain't got to sit down there and cater to somebody and grovel to them. You got more money than he got. You stood up to him before. He came at you and you stood up to him. And that red-haired son of a gun backed down, didn't he? He would back down now because you got the power, you got the money to do it. Deal with it, Bezo. He probably would never hear what the heck I got to say, Ted, but I had to say it to whoever gonna listen. That was too much that he did. I had a lot of respect for him, Ted. I had a lot of respect for him, man. I admire how he took care of his wife, his ex-wife and stuff and everything, and gave her what she wanted and stuff, and their divorce settlement, because it wasn't her fault that he wanted to go out there and find him another daggone woman because he got tired of his wife. Okay, you got tired of your wife and everything. Don't destroy her. He gave her enough money and everything that she can take care of herself for 2 lifetimes. And she doing what she wanted to do and everything. And he doing what the heck he wanted to do. And she still owns part of the company and everything. That was magnanimous of him, because he didn't have to do that. And it didn't take him very long to do it, because usually them divorces take 2 or 3 years and stuff to get settled. He settled his within about 6 months. It was all over. What you want, baby? He gave it to her. It's my fault. I want to go out there and find me another woman. I don't want you no more. And she said, "Oh, okay. Give me some money." And that's what he did.
Yeah.
And she's satisfied. She's out there supporting Kamala Harris.
And giving millions away every month.
Every day, and still making more money. She's giving billions away and still making more money. She still got more than enough money to stuff to live off of, because once you become a billionaire, you're gonna keep on making money. He worth 200 and some billion and stuff and everything. He's sitting down there messing with this little bit of newspaper and stuff and everything, the chump change. He bought it for $500 million?
I don't think that newspaper cost him $250 million.
That's what it wasn't that much more than that. It was about 400, I think about 450, something like that. It cost him. He paid top dollar. He paid top dollar for it. And really, Ted, why he bought the newspaper and everything, because there was a building that the newspaper owned that he took over, a beautiful building, and the newspaper owned that building. And that's why he wanted the daggone thing in the first place. He didn't want the newspaper, he wanted the damn building. Right there in D.C. They had a building in D.C. that was sitting there right by the newspaper and stuff, and he wanted that damn building. And that's why he bought them, because the building was sitting right there. Beautiful building. He's still sitting there. And he took that building and stuff, and I don't know what's in it and stuff now and everything, but they said he fixed that something. He spent a bunch of money fixing that place up. The building is something that is a very valuable piece of property. And he realized that probably was there, and that's why he bought the newspaper. So he didn't really have to bother the Washington Post at all. Anyway, that's my thing, Ted. I'm throwing the mantle to you. You got the floor.
That's all you got?
No, it ain't all I got, but I had to get it off my chest.
Okay. Well, go on with what you got, bro.
Man, I thought you might have had something you wanted to say. Let me get my peepers on this.
Here's the thing, what I'm gonna say. I'm still on the same thing, bro. Because see, the more I see this stuff, the more I'm trying to figure out what in the world is going on. I'm like Mrs. Michelle Obama. What in the world is going on? That's what I like to know. What in the world is going on, bro? Because there's so many foreign people that's only been in this country for a few years, and they are talking yakety yak about our country and how it's being ran. We got Elon Musk talking about doing all kind of stuff for the country and the way he want to run it, and you got these Koch brothers talking about, they've been dabbling and messing up our politics and not letting people think for themselves and paying people to go out and preach their gospel. So you got this guy named Peter Stein, or however you pronounce his name. He the one that promoted J.D. Vance, paid his whole way, and now he's the VP. So, and on, bro. It's hundreds of them. And the point is that there was a time, and I don't know when, maybe I do, but I'm just going to say this. The spirit of America was in a good place. The spirit of America was in a good place. Might have not been perfect, but it was in a good place. And to me now, it's a bunch of unnecessary, angry people. We are, I wouldn't say spoiled. We are I don't even have a word for it, bro. Because when I ride around, I don't care where I go, I see people driving around in nice cars. I see people going out to dinner all the time. I see people at the malls all the time full. I mean, there's certain areas that's not doing as well. But hey, it's a free country. Get out there and work hard. Do the things you got to do. So, but what I'm saying is the majority of American people, 75%, are doing okay. So I'm trying to figure out what's the beef. What is the beef, Ed? Because I don't get it.
Hey man, there's something in the water. There's something in the water. They come from those countries where they've been abused and used or whatever, and they get here and they drink this water of freedom. They drink this free water and their free air. And sometimes they forget where you at. If you drinking free water, you have freedom of press, almost like Bezo and Alvin did. They came in, they done got super rich and stuff in this country because our economy allows them to get rich without, as long as they're a good capitalist and they're doing the right thing, they're going to get rich. Or if they got enough money who backing them up, they're going to get rich. And that's what they feel. Well, I'm got rich now, so they start looking down their noses and stuff at the regular people on the bottom who they pass by.
And here's the thing, bro. We're not at the bottom. This is the thing. The thing is, we're content. most of us should be happy. You getting up out of bed, you can go to work, or if you're retired, you can get up and take a walk. You can get up and go to the grocery store. The system is working, has been working for years. You know, when I go through the grocery store, I mean, the shelves are all filled up with just about anything I want. I hear people complaining, we don't have this on stock, blah, 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 blah. You understand? I mean, they got every brand that you can name of different salts and peppers and spices and, you know, 4 or 5 different brands of olives. You know, I'm just going by what I like. So you got different cheeses. You go to the store, you're looking at, you see 50 or 100 different kinds of cheeses. So I'm trying to figure out, what is the complaint? What is the problem? You know, I'm just trying to figure out, why are people not appreciative of the way this country is being ran. Now, is it perfect? No. No, it's not perfect. We don't live in a utopia. Everybody can't afford a car. Everybody can't afford a $500,000 house. But you got you a nice apartment. You might not have a $75,000 car, but you got a car that's dependable. What is the complaint? I'm talking about why are people not happy? What is going on? I mean, is it because they need God, or is that, or they jealous of other people being successful? What is it? I don't know. Is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it, what is it? I don't understand. Because see, when I see people, you know, that are what they call disabled, they can't walk, they got to have a wheelchair. Now that's hard times for me. People with no legs, that's hard times for me. Those types of things, those people is going through some struggle, because if you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and your brain is working properly, that means you can do something for yourself. And even if you're in a wheelchair, most people try to do for themselves. But I'm just saying, why are people are not? They said that, okay, more people need to go to therapy. So the government has set aside certain things where you can even get therapy, if that's what you need to try to get your brain right and what have you. But I think what it is, I mean, to be honest with you, I think it's jealousy. I think the whole thing, you know, if they see somebody else doing better than you, or you doing better than them, it's just jealousy, bro. It makes them miserable. You know, how come he driving a nice car? Where he get his money from? Oh, he a DEI hire. He making $200,000 and you making 50. But then you find out that that person went through all kind of struggle to get that education, and he might have went to Yale, got a scholarship, got good grades, and earned it. And he bringing some value to that company, and they paying him $200,000. So now he gets a nice car, gets a nice home, but he don't deserve that, or she don't deserve that. So I think what it is, this country is jealous. Not only are they jealous of black people, they're jealous of rich people. Now, the drifters is a different story. People that's running around, they ain't producing nothing, they're not making nothing, all they're doing is asking for money. You know, they playing these games, you know, all kind of little games they play, and not producing anything. I mean, journalism, or what they call journalism or whatever, that's part of, that you can make money off of that. You can make money off of anything you want. But the point is that that's what I think is. I think it's jealousy, bro. I mean, there's one thing that, see, the Bible tells us where there's jealousy and envy, there's every evil work. And I think that's what it is. That's just my opinion. Why these people? I don't get it, bro. And these other people, these foreign people that just got here off the boat, only been here for a few years, and they pulling for, they just trying to get in where they can fit in. That's all. They're trying to get in where they can fit in. And they say, hey, the Republican Party, they're accepting me, I'm white.
We are.
Because we know the Republicans don't like black people.
Well, they
we
tolerate.
already know that.
They tolerate us. Anyway, Ted, and I repeated this before and everything, that we determine, people of our color determine what people think about us. And if we allow people to treat us in a bad manner and stuff and everything, then they're going to do it. And we have to just continue to, we shouldn't have to fight, but we have to fight and stuff those injustices and stuff that we see. We see our folks and stuff getting stopped by police, and the first thing they tell us and everything, they treat you differently than they do a person and stuff who is not of color, automatically, because we are black. We're not supposed to be in certain areas and stuff of the country or certain parts of the town. You don't belong over here. Why are you here? They're going to stop them because the first thing they think is that we're going to rob, or we're going to steal, we're going to do something bad. And that's the quote unquote look that we have. And we have to change that. And I think that we're doing a decent job and stuff and doing it and stuff right now, because we're finding out that there are a lot of us and stuff who are becoming rich. They're getting very, very important. They're getting into politics. They're having good jobs and stuff, making a lot of money and everything. So we need to continue to do that and to bring our folks and stuff who we got, bring them up with us, and make sure that every time we look back and we find somebody that's back there by us and they need some help, reach your hand back there and help them. Do what you can for them. Now, we can't help everybody, and I understand that, but there's a few of them that we can, and through their actions and stuff, we know that these people and stuff and everything, they're going to have a success, because a lot of times we reach back there and we pick one and bring them up there and they act a damn fool and embarrass you or whatever. So, and some of those could be family members. But we knew that they had a problem, but we brought them up there anyway. So we have to be more
with that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying
we have to be more judgmental and stuff about who we help and we bring up and everything, and say, hey, I'm bringing you up here, brother. Do right. That's all I ask you to do. Get out there and do right. Make your money and stuff, and everything ain't gonna be straight. Everything ain't gonna be right.
Just before we change the subject, let me say this. What I find, like me, I'm not a materialistic person. I don't care about no houses, no cars, no clothes. I'm not that materialistic.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Used to.
Well, no,
used to.
Because I had kids and stuff.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is,
you became mellow in your age.
That's true. I'm walking around with $500, $700 pair of shoes and stuff. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm saying this. I'm just saying that there are people that are not materialistic and they love the way they live. you know, and it's not extravagant and it's not luxurious. Some people like gaudy stuff, some people like nice stuff. And all I'm saying is, but those types of things cost a lot of money. And those, in order to get that stuff, you have to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't have that desire. And then we should respect that. But see, you got people that want that stuff and they don't want to work for it. Say, well, I've been working for 30 years. This is all I got. Well, that's all you got because that's all you did. You
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a welder, and I'm not putting down welders, but I'm just saying, and you was making $20 an hour for 30 years average, when you could have got a better job and trained yourself to make more money if that's what you need to do. That's all I'm saying. The point is, you got people that work a 30-year or their whole life career at one company, and then they're upset because they didn't get further. You got where you got because that's what you did. If you wanted more, then you should have trained and got a law degree or got your engineer degree or got you a whatever degree you need to do or a better skill where you can make more money. That's all. You got to move on up. You got to just move to the next thing. Since $20 an hour ain't enough for me. I
Or
gotta make
or
40.
or being a welder in a particular situation and stuff can make you a lot of money.
Yeah. There are
Those
welders that's
those,
probably making $200,000 a year.
absolutely, those folks and stuff who are involved with welding ships underwater. They got ships are sitting out there in the ocean, those huge ships and everything, and they need welders who can weld underwater.
Yeah.
Those guys make big money.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
They make big money.
That's all
So
I'm saying.
if
You
you
choose
in
a
that
profession.
profession, you can find out where you can make big money and stuff and everything. Or a lot of those guys and stuff went up to Canada and stuff into the Arctic Ocean and stuff. They got those oil wells out there in the middle of the Bering Sea or whatever. It's cold in the summer going out there and everything, but those welders over there on them things and stuff make a lot of money. They're in a very, very harsh environment and stuff and everything. And I guarantee you, some of those guys over there probably making $500,000 a year being up there dealing with that stuff. But you got to be involved in a dangerous situation and it's hazardous, but you're going to make a lot of money being a welder. But anyway, got one thing that I had to say and everything. We got today is Tuesday, 7 days from today, being November the 5th.
It's close, bro.
November the 5th. Now, when you in battle and your enemy is out there and he or she is battling also, you're going to have different battles that you're going to be fighting, and you're going to be out there doing this and be out there doing this, or your generals are going to be doing this, or your troops and stuff and everything are out there working hard or whatever. I say that to say that Harris and Trump are in a war, in a battle for a job that they're going to be getting in November the 5th. But it seems like, Ted, the closer that we're getting to that date, we got one side, it seems like they just self-destructing. This man is self-destructing. He done had, 2 months ago and stuff and everything, he sitting there on a high horse and everything's all right. All he could have just cruised on in to almost a win. But he's committing suicide. he's like World War II when the Japanese thought that they were losing the war, so they had suicide planes and stuff. They were destroying their planes, trying to run them into the battleships out there in the Pacific Ocean. and that they would have a whole squadron of planes, and all they would just head down. They got one battleship sitting out there, and they all of them flying down trying to hit that battleship and committing Harry Carey. And that seems like what the heck he's doing. He's destroying everything that he has. He's self-destructing out here. That rally that he had on Sunday, that was totally unnecessary. He just alienated what, 4 or 5 million people. You just alienated 4 or 5 million people, even if only 20% or 50% of them already voted for you already or whatever. But them other ones who were left, that got to go to them polls on November the 5th or still got early voting going on, and they are rushing to the polls now and everything because you done committed suicide.
They said they got 400 and almost over 400,000
in Pennsylvania alone. You done committed suicide, fella. What are you doing? And you giving this thing away to her. But I'm happy that he's doing it. But I'm just commenting about it and stuff. You know,
I don't know. To me, and this is just me. If I would have been, if I'm a Puerto Rican, I remember that hurricane.
Absolutely. I remember him throwing them paper towels at my people. I remember him sitting down there and telling them folks that he was not going to give them any money to help them to rebuild their island. How easily.
And then he gave a guy a bunch of money to try to get their electrical thing going, and he fouled that up.
That was his buddy, Elon Musk. So,
you, bro, I don't get it, man. You know, I don't know what they're talking about everything was better when he was doing it.
So I guess he must think in his mind that he can just do them people any kind of way.
Yeah.
Now, this comedian then got on the stage and did what Trump did already. He said that they are a trash nation. They got a trash island in Atlantic Ocean. Well, a week before that, Trump said that the United States is, it's a trash can. So you trashing your own people. You're committing suicide, brother. But go ahead, do what you do best.
When he said trash can, this is the way I looked at it. The Puerto Ricans, they've already called it a trash island. Mm-hmm. So they come over here and then they dump their trash over here. Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And Puerto Ricans, to my understanding, they have contributed a great deal to this country.
Mm-hmm. And they are Commonwealth.
Yeah.
They are citizens of this country. Now, I'm pretty sure that they took distinction when he says the trash can because the immigrants are coming here, so creating a trash can. So all they're thinking about is that the Mexicans who they don't like are coming across the border, or the Guatemalans, all of them, and Honduras, and all the other folks down there coming across the border.
El Salvador.
They talking about them. Well, your governor is from Cuba, and he talking about him too. But he loves them. I'm just saying, Ted, the man he's just committed suicide. I can't fathom that. He's committing suicide.
Well, some of them don't even care.
He's giving the election away to her. To Kamala. She's probably going to. Every day that goes by and every day he screws up, she's getting closer and closer and closer to winning this nomination. And I got to believe, Ted, that there are a lot of folks out there who are sitting down there, who are playing them numbers and them poll numbers and everything, and they're watching what the hell is going on, and they know this man is committing suicide. He is going around talking this crazy stuff and everything, and people, even his own party and stuff, are voting against his ass. And you've got a whole bunch of folks who are being vocal, but if you got too many people being vocal, I can guarantee you there's a lot more behind them who ain't saying nothing, keeping their mouth shut, and just walking to them daggone polls, bam, and putting them next to him.
Well, I hope these people got a whole lot of sense, because another 4 years of him, bro, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess already when Miss Harris wins.
if you listen to if you read in between them lines and stuff, as these folks are out there talking, and I've been reading articles and stuff and reading between the lines, there are 3 publications and stuff that Trump has bought that is dead set with him and is dead set against Kamala Harris. One of them is the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, they always that's Rufus Murdoch, bro.
And the next one is Newsweek. If you listen to any of their commentators or their opinionated folks and everything, they are in her butt, man, and talking about her that almost as worse as Trump is. And every time I see one of their news articles and stuff, I don't even read it because I know it's a bunch of crap. She's losing by a whole lot. I know damn well they're lying. This shit is tight. But as I go back to what I'm saying, it is.
Well, it used to be that I don't know. Wasn't it some kind of truth in advertising?
Used to be. Not now. They don't care nothing about it. It's freedom of speech. They don't care what they say. And by the time you get ready to sue somebody, it might be 4 or 5 years down the road before they even think about bringing your case up to the court or whatever. So it don't do you no good instead to think about suing any folks for the defamation anyway, because it's a lost cause.
Well, I don't know, man. You know, I'm looking at both sides, and some of that stuff is right, and some of that stuff is wrong. You know, so they need to come together and compromise.
It'll never happen.
You can't go all the way what they call left, and you can't go all the way right.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Not in you and I lifetime. Because we are so polarized and stuff right now, Ted, just to get those folks over to agreeing to something, get them at the same negotiating table, man. That's going to be a mammoth effort. You got so many outside entities and stuff that's beating that up. This country, man, is done. Its beacon and stuff has gotten a little dull. It got dull now. Trump had dulled our light, our bright light that other folks were looking at. He done tarnished it. And he's taking his country, man, and as we can see, there are a lot of people who are following his crap. And even if he loses, they're going to still try to follow his crap and going to keep on doing what they got to do, because I can't believe that they're going to change like that. It's going to take a mammoth effort, and it's going to take a lot longer than Kamala got. 4 years or 8 years. It's going to take a lot longer than that to bring these folks to the negotiating table, so you guys, we can start getting something accomplished in this country. And we gotten so much stuff going on and people are so afraid of this man that I don't see them not following him, even when he loses. I don't see them not following him. I really don't. I don't see them not following him. In January the 5th, he had Congress people who were sitting there and everything doing his bidding. They helped these people get inside the Capitol. Showed them where these rooms were at. Showed them where Nancy Pelosi's office was at.
And here's the deal, then none of them get in trouble.
And none of them got in trouble. But they tried to bust that brother and stuff and everything because he opened the wrong door in the Capitol and stuff. Man, they censored that boy. The congressman from, I think, from St. Louis or something in
New
Missouri.
York.
Yeah,
New
he
York.
came. Yeah, New York. He opened the wrong door in the Capitol and stuff, and they censored his butt. But these people that directed these folks to do what they had to do. And like you said, they still have not been caught because they still trying to convict the folks who came across the wall and knocked the doors down. They still trying to convict them.
Well, there's so much stuff going on, bro. You know, you have all this money laundering and all that kind of stuff, man. You know,
and all those people who are robbing Medicare.
Yeah.
These doctors and stuff who taking millions and millions of dollars from Medicare. They're taking money and stuff from these poor folks and stuff, getting in the pharmaceutical industry and stuff. And now the pharmaceutical industry, because Medicare now is negotiating drug prices and stuff and everything now, the pharmaceutical industry and turned around there and said, well, you're going to do that. We ain't going to lose all this money. So come January the 1st and stuff and everything, the whole daggone Medicare drug policy thing is changing. And a lot of these older folks, man, are not going to be able to navigate that system, man. I feel sorry for them and everything that's getting ready to come down this pipe. I feel sorry for them. I and my wife and everything, Ted, did not take the Medicare drug thing. We don't have Part D. We do not use Part D because they're taking their Part D drug thing and stuff and everything, and they are crucifying people and stuff for it because they're trying to negotiate those prices. Now they have Medicare sitting around there. They only negotiating a certain amount of drugs and stuff and everything that they're going to negotiate with, and there is a long list of other drugs that they have not gotten to yet. So what is happening is that the pharmaceutical companies and stuff saying, okay, we can deal with these things that you have on the list. Anything, any other drug outside of that and everything, these people got to pay full price for it.
Well, what do you think? You know, Bezos, Mark Cuban, Microsoft, they all open up their own stuff.
They are trying to get it and stuff done, but it is so hard and stuff for them to get themselves into this pharmaceutical place and to get these drugs and stuff going on because there is so many regulations on top of regulations on top of regulations that they got to deal with that they're finding it very hard to get in there because Mark Cuban has been trying for almost 4 years now to get this thing and stuff going, and he's running up against walls and stuff, and he's gonna have to spend a huge amount of money to enter into this daggone market, and the pharmaceutical industry and stuff don't want them to enter because they don't want them to allow them to get these drugs and stuff and everything and sell them at a lower price than what they can sell them for. So it's almost like Mark Cuban is getting like Medicare is. They try and negotiate these drug prices and stuff and everything so they can have them and then turn around and sell them and make a profit.
Well, if you think about it, this is where capitalism works. You gotta have, you gotta have competition.
It is.
And right now, absolutely. There is no. You got 4 or 5 major drug makers that are making top dollar. So they're getting competition. That's all. So that's what it's all about. And like you said, they bumping their heads and they getting all this.
They bumping their heads and stuff. But Ted, there is a way out for them. There is a way that they can get this thing going. But I don't think that any of them has even thought about this coming down to the negotiating table. Why not? Since Amazon trying to get into it, why not Amazon and Cuban and his folks and stuff come together and stuff it can become a very, very powerful organization and stuff where they can get these drugs and stuff and everything that these pharmaceutical companies and stuff cannot avoid. With Amazon having the distribution and then Cuban and stuff sitting down there negotiating prices and stuff and everything so they can go ahead and distribute these daggone medicine to all these people, they can become a huge daggone entity and stuff out there, almost as big as Medicare as far as drug prices and stuff are concerned. But they won't. They're all out there separate, trying to do things separately. And it's very hard to do it. And we are not realizing and stuff and everything that Amazon has become so big that it is very, very, very hard for them to be able to concentrate on their business models. Look at Whole Foods. They brought that Whole Foods thing on and stuff, and Amazon has lost a lot of money trying to get this Whole Food thing and stuff going on. There are places and stuff where the Whole Food stores and stuff are making money, but there's a whole lot of other stores out there that are not making any money and stuff and everything.
Have you been to Whole Foods?
Nope, I don't even go there.
Man, you walk out of there, man, it's like, it's crazy. I mean, they got some nice stuff, good stuff. But bro, you gonna spend an arm and a leg. You're gonna spend an arm and a leg. You know, I mean, them prices is ridiculous. I mean, really, if you go to any health food store now, it's ridiculous. You know, it used to be cheap. You can go in there and spend $50 and you got you quite a bit of stuff, you know, because, you know, vegetables is not that expensive and fruits. But now they done raised these prices up. This is ridiculous, man. You know, $2.99 a pound for apples. You know, I don't know.
And they're trying this new thing where you don't have any cash registers and stuff in the store. Well, the two stores that Amazon had designated and stuff where people can go in there and they can put these groceries in their cart and walk out the door because they automatically get their money. They done threw that stuff out now. They're telling people now, but they're not letting them through that, and they done stopped this whole project. But they done lost a whole lot of money trying to get this daggone scheme and stuff through. But Walmart is using that Sam's Club and everything, and they got these big scanner items and stuff inside their stores and everything. And if you walk into Sam's Club and stuff, when you come in and back out, they used to have checkers to come in there and check to see what you got. Some of these stores and stuff now, they got this huge big scanning thing. And this damn scanning thing, man, scans everything in your daggone grocery cart. And you can walk out of there. So they done eliminated that person who was sitting there going over your packaging items and stuff, making sure you saw your receipt. And they're saying, oh, okay, they don't need them anymore. All they got them there is to spot check. Eventually they're going to completely get rid of them because this machine and stuff, man, it is just, oh shit. It's
technology is the thing, bro.
Right. Hey, but that's the point and stuff and everything, that those people and stuff there in those stores and stuff and everything who are going to be losing their jobs and stuff and everything, there are going to be other places and stuff for them to go inside the Sam Club store and everything to do some things. But a lot of them were older people and stuff and everything, and they couldn't walk that much. So they usually stood in the front and everything, and that's all they had to do was just stand there. But now they got to get in the back and stuff and start stocking shelves or unloading trucks or whatever, or into this new daggone thing they got now and everything where these people are doing online buying and stuff for groceries and food and everything. Man, that's become a huge thing and stuff now. People ordering their foods and stuff, and they drive their car up there and to a certain spot and a certain number and everything, and these folks are bringing their food out there and everything, putting it in the trunk of their daggone cars, and they're driving away. So they ain't even got to come in there and shop. They just order the stuff online. Kroger's is doing it. Sam Club is doing it. Walmart's doing it. A whole lot of them are doing it and stuff now. So it's a big thing. And they're making money off it. But it's creating more jobs to it. They have to have people and stuff who their job is only just walking around and filling up these orders and stuff and everything, and then taking them out there, put them in their cars. Or they're delivering their food and stuff with these folks' houses.
Yeah.
They're creating more jobs. They're getting rid of some, but they're creating more jobs. So anyway, last word, man. We way over.
Well, my thing is, I'm always say this. I just don't understand why the American people are not happy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's too much negative TV and radio, or something. I don't know. Why are the American people satisfied and happy? Why are they miserable? Why are people miserable, bro? They're not content. That's my whole thing. I'm baffled behind this. There's too many people that's walking around with their faces all frowned up. What you know, politics is too much politics for these people. These politicians have made these people live political. Instead of these politicians doing their job, they're 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 always blaming the other side and what's going on, and they're not serving the people and not getting anything done. But yet still, we're still striving. There's a lot of people still striving. They're still moving. They're still doing businesses. They're still doing everything. But these politicians making like, oh, it's so miserable, this and that, and da da da, and they're not even making things better. So I think we didn't drunk. I think a lot of people have just drunk the Kool-Aid and just want to live a miserable life because it's not that bad. Yeah, in some areas it is bad, but it's not that bad, bro.
Well, I tell you what, Ted, there's a particular section of this country that you were talking about in those red areas and stuff here in this country. And besides politics, if politics is not going on, they go back home, man, and these people are satisfied. They're getting what they want from the government, and they got beautiful homes and stuff sitting out there, and they're going home and everything, and they are absolutely satisfied. Those are so-called, as you saying, conservatives. That's what they call themselves. But you go to where they live at and go in the area, man, these people got all kinds of stuff. I just noticed that and everything this year because my wife and I, we do a lot of traveling. And I was traveling to Missouri over to Branson and you in Branson, Missouri, whereas that's the country club, country music capital or whatever it used to be. And to get there and stuff, we had to drive. And man, we drove through some, I mean, up and down bad stuff, but they had nice roads and stuff where they were living at. And man, everywhere you went, man, these folks had some beautiful homes and stuff that they were living in. And it was peaceful and quiet and everything and stuff out there. These folks out there in those red areas and stuff, they are eating up the government's money and they are making do. And the people who have given them that money and stuff and everything is them Republicans. And they love them for it. And that's probably why we cannot take them away from those conservative values. I don't know. It may be. Another thing has happened and stuff. I looked up there and when that last hurricane came through, Helene, and it came around and it did a lot of water damage up into the western part of North Carolina. Well, they've been doing these aerial surveys and stuff of these areas where that water and everything came through, all the torrential water came through, and there's destruction there. But beyond that destruction, if you look underneath there and everything, you're gonna see, man, those people up there in North Carolina mountains up in there and everything, they had some nice homes up in there, man. They had some beautiful lakes and stuff sitting around there. They had boats and stuff sitting around there on that lake. Them people were living the life of Raleigh up there. And that hurricane just came in there and destroyed that whole place. But they're going to rebuild it and they're going to put it back together and everything because these Republicans and stuff is getting that money to do it. They're sitting down there beating up on Biden and stuff because of all that money and stuff that he has given to them because of this that 1 point some trillion dollars and stuff he's got out there. But I'm telling you, most of that money is going into these red states and stuff, because these Republicans are taking that daggone money, man, by leaps and bounds. They got their mouth open and their hands open, and they're taking that money and they're putting it out there for their people. Tomorrow, I'm going to say something about our African nations and the debt that these folks are in, and what these private entities, BlackRock, all of them are doing to these African countries and stuff as far as their debt. Man, it is horrible what they're doing. Horrible what they're doing to them. It is horrible what they're doing to them. Some of these people are spending almost 3/4 of their GDP to pay their debts and stuff off. And they don't have no money for the people and stuff in their country, because these folks are ripping them off big time. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Anything else, man?
That's it.
Hey, people, let's go and see what our next president has to say today. She's probably already started her show, so I'm going to be looking, and I know Ted is, and so we'll probably be talking about that also tomorrow on our show. Bye, folks. Bye.